This is the story of a young orphan boy named Oliver Twist. Life was incredibly hard for Oliver, but his hope and courage never faded. He held on to the belief that someday everything could change for the better. When Oliver was just 9 years old, he was sent to a grim workhouse. Life there was bleak. The children were always cold, huddling around small fires just to stay warm. They were treated badly by the adults in charge and were constantly hungry, given only a tiny bowl of gruel each day. One day, driven by desperation, Oliver bravely walked up to the master and uttered the now famous words, "Please, sir, may I have some more?" This simple request was met with fury. The manager became so angry that he threw Oliver out of the workhouse, casting him out into the world alone. This is how Oliver's new life in the bustling, overwhelming city of London began. Lost and alone, he soon met the wrong crowd. A boy named the Artful Dodger took him to a dark, broken-down building in a squalid part of the city. An old man named Fagin lived there, surrounded by a group of young boys. Fagin offered Oliver a place to stay for free, but there was a catch. To live there, he had to become a pickpocket. He was taught to secretly steal money and valuables from unsuspecting people on the street. Oliver knew in his heart that stealing was wrong, but what choice did he have? He was homeless, hungry, and had no one to turn to. Seeing the other children being forced to steal made Oliver deeply sad. He couldn't bear the thought of living a life of crime, so he decided to run away. But his escape was short-lived. During his first outing, one of the other boys stole a handkerchief from a gentleman. When the man realized it was gone, he turned and saw Oliver running away in fear. The police were called, and they quickly caught Oliver, believing he was the thief. Just when all seemed lost, a kind man, Mr. Brownlow, the very man who had been robbed, stepped in to save him. He saw the innocence in Oliver's face and told the police the truth. Mr. Brownlow took Oliver to his own home, a place of warmth and comfort. For the first time in his life, Oliver felt safe. He had a bright, clean room and a soft, warm bed. He was treated with kindness and began to learn and read. It seemed his dream of a better life was finally coming true. But trouble was not far behind. Fagin and his brutal associate, Bill Sikes, were determined to get Oliver back, fearing he would expose their criminal operation. They tracked him down and kidnapped him, dragging him back into the dark world he had tried so hard to escape. They forced him to take part in a burglary, making him break into a house. But the plan went wrong. A servant heard the noise and, in fear, shot Oliver. Seeing him injured, the criminals panicked and ran away, leaving Oliver for dead. When the family who lived in the house found him, they saw he was just a small, wounded child, not a hardened criminal. They took pity on him and, instead of turning him over to the police, they cared for him with love and tenderness. But Fagin, Sikes, and a mysterious, menacing man named Monks still wanted Oliver. They were relentless in their pursuit. It was then that a glimmer of hope appeared from an unlikely source. Sikes's kind-hearted friend, Nancy, had grown to care for Oliver. She couldn't stand to see him suffer any longer. Risking her own life, she secretly met with Oliver's new protectors and told them the truth. She revealed a shocking secret. Monks was actually Oliver's half-brother. Their father had left a significant inheritance, and Monks was desperate to ensure Oliver never received his share. He had been plotting all along to ruin Oliver's life and claim all the money for himself. Tragically, Sikes discovered Nancy's secret meeting. In a fit of rage, he murdered her. The news of her death spread through London, and a mob formed to hunt Sikes down. As he tried to escape across the rooftops, he accidentally slipped and died. With Sikes gone and the truth revealed, Monks was caught. He confessed everything about his wicked plan to deny Oliver his birthright. Fagin was also arrested and finally punished for his years of exploiting children. In the end, justice prevailed. Oliver received his rightful inheritance and, more importantly, he finally found the peace and love he had always longed for. He went to live happily with the kind Mr. Brownlow and the loving family who had rescued him, a true family at last. This is the story of Oliver Twist, the boy who never lost hope. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.